Hi, my name is Schiavon, and today I'll be providing a brief presentation about an economically important crop in Australia. Australian agriculture is supported by a huge amount of various different crops grown throughout Australia. Of this composition, some crops have a higher economic importance to Australia than others. One such crop of significant importance to the Australian agricultural industry are macadamias. The first Australian commercial macadamia processor was established in 1954, and since then the macadamia industry has developed into the fourth largest horticultural exporter of Australia. Currently, the macadamia industry of Australia is producing approximately 50,000 tonnes per year, with up to 70% of this figure being exported to a wide variety of international markets. The macadamia industry generates more than $280 million a year and provides a significant boost to local communities' economies through the thousands of jobs generated. There are several different types of macadamia species in Australia, but only two of these species and their hybrids are grown commercially, being Macadamia intrifigolia and Macadamia tetraphylla. Various varieties of macadamia exist, each with varying attributes. However, generally, the macadamia is a tall evergreen tree that can reach up to 20 metres tall. The macadamia tree will typically flower between August and September, producing up to 2,000 flowers on each tree. Flowers are produced on racemes, which can hold up to 150 flowers, producing a distinct musky smell. In December through January, nut begins to form in clusters on the stick tights of the tree. During this process, the macadamia shells harden and oil begins to amass in the nut. From February onwards, mature nut will begin to drop from the tree and will be harvested by machine. Macadamias are a native tree of Australia that originated around 60 million years ago in rainforests along the east coast of Queensland and northern New South Wales. The macadamia tree has been used for thousands of years as a native food source of the Australian Aboriginal people. The macadamia nuts produced from the tree were precious and provided a valuable trading commodity between Aboriginal communities. European botanists Walter Hill and Ferdinand von Mueller discovered the macadamia trees in the 1850s, and the first plantation was developed in the 1880s. However, with limited technology for mechanical harvesting and grafting techniques, the industry struggled to take off. Norm Greber, often referred to as the father of the commercial Australian industry, developed the grafting techniques needed for the industry to progress and really take off. Commercial processing of macadamias originally began overseas. In the 1920s, Hawaii commercialized the macadamia nut, sourcing their macadamia trees from the rainforest in southeast Queensland. Until the 1980s, Hawaii boasted the largest macadamia industry, which is now being surpassed by Australia as the largest leading producer of macadamia in the world. Being native to the rainforests of the east coast of Queensland means that the macadamia is generally grown in areas that provide similar climates. The preferred growing conditions of the macadamia are associated with rich topsoils, warm temperatures, high rainfall, as well as a preference of being planted in well-draining sites. Heavy clay soil should be avoided when planting macadamias, as waterlogging can result in root disease and eventual death. Regarding climate, the macadamia will be most productive in areas with distinct wet and dry periods, with optimum growth occurring in areas with average temperatures between 20 and 25 degrees Celsius. High annual rainfall is preferred but can be managed through effective irrigation techniques. The preferred growing conditions of the macadamia not only favours Australia, but a wide number of other countries, providing overseas competition. South Africa, China, USA, and South America are all significant producers of macadamia, with China expected to have anywhere between 200,000 to 300,000 hectares planted by 2022, which could double or triple global production within 6 years. In Australia, macadamia production is centralised towards northern New South Wales and southeast Queensland. This figure below, taken from Macadamia Australia, Yearbook 2017, illustrates macadamia production in Australia in 2017. As you can be seen in the image, primary production of macadamias is occurring in Queensland, followed closely by New South Wales. Macadamias Australia has stated that approximately 40% of the Australian crop is produced in Bundaberg and another 40% is produced in the Northern Rivers region. Effective and efficient crop maintenance is essential when growing macadamias. Layout of the macadamia crop is extremely important as it dictates the efficiency of crop maintenance activities such as harvesting, pruning, spraying, mowing, etc. This image taken from the Queensland DAF Macadamia Growers Handbook provides an example of an orchard design plan. Variety arrangement in the orchard is important as it will provide cross-pollination between varieties, which is thought to improve yield production. Varieties can be planted in subblocks, anywhere between 4 to 10 rows. It is important to plant varieties that have similar nut drop periods in order to make harvesting less time consuming. Macadamia crops should be grown in a north to south direction if possible, as it maximizes the tree's sunlight interception, improving the yield production. Longer rows will also improve efficiency as there will be less time wasted with machinery maneuvering. Irrigation of macadamias is generally done through either trickle tape and drippers or through micro sprinklers. Generally, trickle tape irrigation is an effective system for irrigating in the early years of the trees. However, sprinkler system will provide more water in a better distribution and should be invested into as the trees age. Tree guards will need to be installed on young trees in order to prevent damage caused by weed control herbicides. In the early years, trees will be pruned to a central leader, with any branches below 50 centimeters being removed. In more mature trees, pruning will be completed through specific macadamia pruning machinery, which will be done yearly after the harvest has been completed. The macadamia skirts will be run vertically in order to reduce growth into the interrow, as well as on an angle under the tree to keep the base of the tree clear. Weed control and mulching is conducted initially as a band spray in order to prevent any weeds growing near the trees. Mulching can be achieved through directing the interrow grass clippings through mowing onto the base of the trees. This will produce a passive suppressant for weeds, as well as providing benefits such as increased soil moisture retention. Once a mulch layer has been established, spot spraying can be used in order to reduce herbicide usage. Pest and disease management needs to be undertaken frequently through regular inspections. An integrated pest and disease management system should be designed specifically for each orchard in order to identify and monitor areas under risk. Queensland DAF have produced a pest and disease management system that can be used as a guide for managing pests and diseases. Overall, in order to maximize yield production and improve the efficiency of the business, it is important that these operations be completed. Fertilizing, watering, canopy management, weed control and mulching, management of pests and diseases, pollination management, windbreak maintenance, and fire protection. As of 2017, Australia is the second largest consumer of macadamia kernel in the world, with USA being the largest consumer. Sales of macadamias in Australia were stable over the past 12 months. However, households that are purchasing macadamias are purchasing increased quantities. Macadamia as a snack dominates the Australian macadamia kernel usage, far surpassing use as a food service or ingredient. Generally, data collected by Australian Macadamia over the last 12 months indicates that the export market continues to either remain steady or grow. This can be seen for a number of different export markets such as Japan, Europe, South Korea, and China, as can be seen in these images. Exports to the USA and Taiwan have fallen significantly over the past 12 months, thought to be related to an inventory buildup as well as higher prices. However, Australia still holds a significant share of these nations' import numbers. Australian Macadamia have stated that growth is being driven by strong prices, an increasingly health-conscious consumer mindset, and rising consumption by emerging markets within Asia. Australian nut producers have invested heavily in expanding output volume while maintaining an unwavering focus on quality. Export markets in Asia, Europe, and the US recognise Australia as a source of premium quality product. Did you know that the macadamia shell is the toughest nut to crack? The Australian macadamia industry is a crop that is significantly important to the agricultural industry, employing thousands of workers and generating over $280 million per annum. Utilising proper crop knowledge and maintenance, farmers are able to improve the effectiveness and efficiency on their farms, generating a high quality and quantity of nut recognised as a premium quality product. Consumer markets are generally on the rise with a few exceptions, indicating that the macadamia industry will continue to flourish and grow. I guess you could say that we've cracked that nut.